You shout out Soda TV too?
Show TV shout out.
Okay.
Soda TV.
Soda TV, what up?
Okay.
Soda TV. Shout out. Welcome to Soda TV.
What's your name? Whatever it is.
Soda TV. It's Soda TV. Welcome back to Soda TV. You know, in these movies that they made, and I done watched a few about Death Row, Pac, and Suge, and etc. They all have certain things in common, which is Snoop Dogg had problems with Suge at points in time, right? And back in those days, if you had a problem with Suge, Pac probably most likely ate Tid with H at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Pac felt like that because he had a very different type of love for Suge, like probably like a Lil Wayne and Baby type thing, or even deeper. You feel me? And some of those movies like really starts to portray Snoop Dogg as having like a beef with Death Row, like for real, around the time Pac started blowing up. To the point to where I think one of the movies that I'm talking about, like Snoop getting on the plane, and when Snoop sit down, then he had like a knife on him, and the knife is visibly out. Like that's when you gotta have, and there wasn't nobody on the plane but Death Row affiliates. So at that point, if you gotta have a weapon out around your homies, that means that there's a trust issue there. And it's very much a real issue present. You feel me? And yeah, man, it starts to kind of really show Snoop Dogg in a snake-ish type of light, grimy type of light. And here we have Genie Deal coming to basically confirm a lot of those things, where he gives us detail of Snoop Dogg basically playing both sides, you know, and how, you know, he was going behind his people's back, which were Death Row, and he was on some trying to snake Biggie Smalls out. You feel me? Hey, some cold stuff happening. But that's what we get into today. Before we do, I have to go into my, please, brother or sister, hit that like button. You know, it gets me in the algorithm, so plenty of people can view this video just like you're doing it and enjoy it. You know, don't be stingy with the content. Share this with whoever you can, whenever you can. That's for your boy. The biggest thing that you could do for me is subscribe to the channel. If you don't want to do it now, you could surely wait until the end of this video. And I'll be there at the end to remind you, just in case you forget. You know, but all you got to do is keep your word. With that being said, I'm going to stop my yapping and let you get what you came for. Roll that thing.
You know, Suge and them did a lot of things to get Snoop out of jail. How is it that some physical evidence comes up missing from the police department that would have sent probably Snoop to jail? It came up missing. Suge paid a lot of money for that to happen. Snoop knows that. Physical evidence came up missing. Now, when we were out there in California, I was in the studio with Big. And Big said to D-Rock, yo, Snoop keep trying to call me and ask me where I'm at, what we doing, and what we gonna do this and do this, stuff like that. He said, leaving messages. He said, I'm not answering the phone. I'm not telling them where I'm at. So Snoop was going behind their back then trying to get in good with Big them, or he was trying to set Big up. I don't know. So if Suge is saying he a snake, I guess he keep his grass cut low. Because he was definitely trying to snake Big. That's what Big felt. He never called him back. He never got with him. And like Lil C said, they was out there for a month. When does him and Snoop go and smoke a blunt, eat some burgers, or do anything? Not at all. Because Big wasn't having it. He probably felt something was snake about Snoop too. Because he never got back in touch with him.
And you personally, you found that weird that he kept calling Big?
I found it weird that Big, the way Lil C said that they was cool with Snoop and everything like that, why didn't Big entertain him? Why didn't Big let him know what studio they was in? Why did Big let him know where they was at? He felt something strange about that also. You got to keep your grass cut real low when you got a bunch of snakes around you. And evidently, Suge knew a lot of this that Snoop was doing. And it made him feel a certain kind of way. You got to realize Snoop came to New York and said he didn't have a problem with Big and them, he didn't have a problem with nobody, and Pac felt a certain kind of way behind that. Went on Steve Harvey's show with Puff. Like, that's my dude, this, that, and the third. But yet and still, Big came out to California, and you don't see not one picture of him and Snoop together. You don't see not one place where they smoked a blunt together. Both of them like to smoke. We was in the studio with Bone Thugs and Harmony. Snoop never came over there. So you tell me, was they really that cool? Or it was just a facade that was put up?
If all of this being said is true, then Snoop Dogg must be stopped. Indeed. You know, that merch is out and you can order it. You know, just let me know in the comments. You know, limited supply. But, you know, y'all done heard what y'all done heard. Snoop Dogg out here bad. Well, was out here bad. Basically playing both sides. You know, all in the Kool-Aid, don't know the flavor type deal. You know, look, I'm going to take you to the comment section where we're going to see what people think about this. So we have first at Nick K, Nicaye 1918. 3 people have called Snoop Dogg out. Naj, Suge, and Jeannie. You know, correct. And those are very, very reputable people. And what I got to say in regards to that is, where there is fire, there is usually smoke. You know what I'm saying? No. Where there's smoke, there's usually a fire. I'm tripping. Yeah, man. Like, everybody ain't saying Snoop Dogg was on this type of time and he wasn't on that type of time. And that's crazy, man, because Snoop Dogg had so much success before and after Death Row. Well, a lot of it was with Death Row, but I would imagine Snoop Dogg, not my era, but I would imagine he had a lot of success too before. So it's crazy, man. Moving on to the next one. At Amen Lion 88. Sorry about that. Eazy-E had already told us Snoop Dogg was an informant. Oh, whoa there. Snoop Dogg an informant. Eazy-E was going hard back then. You know, he wasn't holding back, sugarcoating, or taking this off on nobody. Like Mo3 said, nobody. Man, that's tough information right there. You know, I don't even want to elaborate on that comment right there. Last but not least, at Kevin Los _. You You know, Snoop is a people pleaser. That's been his problem. I can see where you're coming from. You know, trying to, just like when Pac had the problem with Snoop Dogg, when Snoop Dogg went on that radio show and was basically, one day trying to ask him, did he have a problem with Biggie Smalls? Did he have a problem with Bad Boy and Puffy and them? In the middle of a basically WAR between Bad Boy and Death Row. And Snoop Dogg was on some, you know, I ain't got no problem with, you know, Bad Boy and all this. Like, we cool. Like, that's one of the biggest problems Tupac had with Snoop Dogg, because it's like, you know, you choose us. You know, we your team. You don't never go up there like you in the middle and like you cool with the ops. Even if you is, you don't do this stuff on air. And basically, I can see what they saying in the comments. Like, Snoop is a people's pleaser. He was, one day he was trying to pick a side or flirt with the ops. Is that he wanted to? You got some people out here that just want to be people pleasers. Look, man, I'm cool with you, and I'm cool with you. I don't want no problems with neither one of y'all. If y'all fall out, I want to be cool with both of y'all. Looking at, no, man. I want y'all to tell me how y'all feel about Snoop Dogg. Was he trying to set Biggie up, and was he playing both sides? To you, in your opinion, let me know down in the comment section. Along with that, like, share this with whoever you can, whenever you can. We talked about you subscribing if I earned it. Now I gotta ask you, did I earn it? Last but not least, notification bell for you to be notified on any and everything this channel produces. This is self-proclaimed #1 celebrity news reporter on YouTube at this time, The Real Deal Soda TV. I'm outie.